Hello students, let's read the problem. And it says, a cone has measurements as shown below. Which option is closest to the volume V of the cone in cubic centimeters? So what are we going to be looking for is the volume. Yes, volume. And what shape are we going to be dealing with right now? Okay, we're going to be dealing with a cone, right? Okay, now notice how this question, it says find the closest. Okay, so that means that once you work out your own problem, you are going to come up with an answer that might not be exactly as the answer choices, but it'll be very close to that. Okay, so what am I going to do next? Well, I do have the measurements on the cone, right? So what about if we write labels? For example, 8.2, it's the radius, okay? So we will write down R equals. Good. Now, this is a little bit confusing for some of the students because it's like, Miss, there's two heights. I see one that goes kind of like on the side and another one that is like straight in the middle. So just remember that the height that you're looking for is the one that is perpendicular to the radius, okay? So it's like when the nurse tells you stand up straight, right? That 26.3 will not be standing up straight, right? So the height that we're going to be dealing with, it's 25, okay? 26.3 is the lateral height, so we cannot use the L for that. I'm not gonna bother for that, but I still wanted for you to see the difference between those two heights. You might need it later on, okay? So what else do I need? Well, I need the formula, right? So what's the formula for volume of a cone? Well, the formula for that is 1/3 capital B times H, okay? And the capital B, it stands for area of the base. And we still have circles on the bases, right? So we all know the formula for area of a circle. So the formula is, and I'm going to write down B equals, right? This is pi radius squared. So that circle that you see here, this is still my base. Now notice how there's no other circle above, right? So it has only one circle. It has only one base, okay? So what I want to do next is I am going to go back to the formula. I'm going to rewrite it. And the 1/3, I write it down again. Now the capital B, I will replace it with pi radius squared. And the height, I'm still going to bring it down, okay? So let's replace the values that can be replaced. So my 1/3, I'm going to leave it alone. My pi, also, I'm going to leave it alone. I'm not going to replace it with anything. The radius is given to me as 8.2 centimeters, and that will be raised to the second power. And the height, again, is going to be 25 centimeters. Okay? So let me show you what we replace here. Okay? So my 1/3, I still have the 1/3 here. Okay? My pi, I still have the pi right there, okay? My radius square, I still have the 8.2, and I'm still raising it to the second power. Very important that you don't forget to raise it to the second power. And the last one that I have is the height, which it is 25 centimeters, okay? So everything needs to be replaced or you bring it down, whichever the case is. So when I work it out, so let me give you a couple of seconds for you to input that in the calculator, okay? And when you input that in the calculator, it'll be very close to my answer. It might be a little bit different depending on what you guys use, but this is what I got. It's cubic centimeters, right? So this is the volume that I found. And if you look at the answer choices, there might be one that is the closest to that, right? And that would be letter B, you're right. Notice how all the other answer choices are kind of far away. And I know what you're thinking. What about if they don't give me answer choices? If they don't give you answer choices, then they will tell you what to use for pi. They'll say either 3.14 or 22/7 or things like that. Okay?